Hello there, my beautiful friend. Thanks so much for joining me today. Go ahead. You need to go ahead and say thank you, thank you, self, for showing up, for putting in so much hard work. You should be very proud of yourself. We are back to another leg day. So, this is going to be a pretty wrist free flow. If you want to grab yourself a block, you can go ahead and grab yourself a block. It may be beneficial to make some of the poses more accessible, maybe not, but if the block's close by, you'll have that option. So go ahead and meet me on your mat in your most beautiful standing position. We can come to the middle of the mat. Once you get here, we're just going to fill in. So we're going to pick the toes up here. Stretching them up as far up as we can pull them. And let's spread the toes. Big, big spread. Seeing if you can make room in between each toe. And then slowly we'll put the pinky down. And then the ring in the middle. The pointer and then the big toe and grip through the mat. Beautiful. Nice little hinge in the knees. Neutral pelvis here. Roll the shoulder blades down the back body, palms face forward. And let's go ahead and close the eyes down here for just a few rounds of breath. Allowing yourself to become present into the here and now. Feeling the heels digging into the mat, crown of the head actively reaching up here. I'll take one more round of breath. We'll butterfly those eyelids open and we'll inhale the arms down to come up and overhead. Let's grab this left wrist or right wrist and pull it over towards the left. Gaze is up, chest is lifted. Our pelvis is neutral. We're not dumping into the low back here. Inhale back to center and go over to the right. Nice steady inhales and exhales here. And back to center. We're going to open up, coming into our goddess. So bringing your legs, pointing the feet to the outside edges of the mat, lowering the hips down, bringing the hands to heart center. Or you can have them up and overhead, whatever feels better for you here. We're just going to breathe. One more round of breath here. And we'll straighten through the legs, coming in for our star position here. Twinkle in those fingers. Big breath. We're coming in for our triangle pose. So we're going to pivot that right foot, shift the hips over towards the right. This left hand's going to come down towards that left ankle. Right hand up, maybe taking the gaze towards that right hand. Triangle. 3 breaths. And then we're going to frame the foot, coming in for pyramid. If you want to walk that back foot in just a little bit, be my guest. 3 breaths. And we're coming down into our low lunge here. So this right foot probably steps back a little bit to come into this low lunge. Untucking that toe, arms come up and overhead. Big smiles on faces. We're going to have one more round of breath here. And we're going to go ahead and tuck that back foot, come around for Skandasana over here on the left side. Hands can be on the mat, or you can have them at heart center. Could also have them up and overhead if that feels good for you. Maintaining our bounce here. Breathe. One more round of breath. We're going to come over to our right side Skandasana. If you want to bring your hands to the mat to get over there, go ahead. Hands back to heart center or up and overhead. And back to that breath. We're going to be taking 3 rounds with each pose, slowing it down, using the muscles here. And let's go ahead and frame this right foot coming in for low lunge. Sweep the arms up and overhead. Beautiful job. Bringing the hands back to the mat. We're going to tuck this back toe and step it in just a little bit. Coming in for our pyramid. Coming back to the breath. Beautiful. Coming in for our triangle. If you want to heel toe that back foot out a little bit, be my guest. Now this right hand's going to be at the ankle. Left hand sweeps up and overhead. One more round of breath here. We allow the inhale to rise us up. We're going to point the feet coming into star. So feet are pointed towards outside edges. Hands are up. Twinkle in those little fingers. And let's come on down into our goddess here. Neutral pelvis. Hands can be up and overhead, or you can go ahead and put them at heart center. Maybe closing the eyes down if that feels good for you. One more round of breath here. And on an inhale, we'll come up and heel toe the feet to standing. Beautiful. That's our first round. We're going to go through that sequence again. Inhale the arms down to come up. Grab that right wrist. Lean towards the left. Inhale back to center. Grab that left wrist. Lean towards the right. Inhale, we come back to center. Taking the feet. Point them towards the outside edges of the mat. Dropping the hips down, coming into our goddess. Hands at heart center or up and overhead. Choice is yours. Coming back to that breath. One more round. Coming up, star pose. Twinkle in the fingers here. Coming in for our triangle here. So we're going to pivot this foot, take the hands, and here we come. Triangle on the left side. Should start to feel a little more familiar with the body here. Coming around, framing this foot, maybe walking that back foot in just a touch for our pyramid pose here. Slowly we're going to come into our low lunge to maybe heel toe and that back foot back to come into this. You can keep that back toe tucked or not, whatever feels good. Inhale to rise up. Beautiful. If you've got those back toes tucked, beautiful. We're coming around for the Skandasana on the left side. If you need to bring your hands to a block or a mat, be my guest. And Skandasana on the right side, using the hands to walk over or not. Coming back around, framing this right foot. Low lunge here. Arms up and overhead. Hands plant. Coming in for pyramid. So stepping that back foot in here. Coming back to the breath. Maybe stepping that back heel back a little bit. We're coming in for our triangle pose. So right hand's down, left hand's up towards the ceiling here. Breathing. And an inhale will bring us up to our star pose. Twinkling the fingers here. And let's come down. Goddess. Beautiful. Hands to heart center, or you can have them up overhead. Finding what feels good for your legs here. And inhale, we come up, heel toe the feet together, back to our standing position. Beautiful job. We're going to do it again. I'm going to do it a little faster this time. So if you've not already caught on, we are doing moon salutations. So this is a fun, playful way to stay on the legs and not use our wrist. So let's go for it again. Come into our standing. Inhale the arms down to come up. Grab that right wrist, pull it over towards the left. Inhale back to center. Grab that left wrist, pull it towards the right. Back to center. Open up into our goddess. Hands at heart center or up and overhead. Choice is yours. Go a little lower. Come up, star. Twinkle the fingers, reach active. And let's bring the hands parallel. Come over, left side triangle. Breathe. Frame the foot. Step that back foot in just a little bit, pyramid. Each time noticing how much more deeper you can go, how the pose feels different. And let's take a step back, coming in low lunge, arms up and overhead. Tuck those back toes. Coming around, Skandasana on the left side. Use your hands if you need to. Right side, Skandasana. Right side, low lunge. Left knee comes down, arms come up. Plant the hands. Step it up, pyramid pose. Coming in for our triangle here. Rising up, star pose. And sitting down, back into our goddess here. Happy yogis. Beautiful. Come back up, heel toe those feet in. Back to standing. Way to go. We got one more round in us. My legs aren't quite on fire yet. So this time we're going to try to make them a little more heated up. Inhale down to come up. Grab that right wrist, pull it towards the left. Inhale, come up. Grab that left wrist, pull it towards the right. Back to center. Open up the feet, coming in for our goddess pose. You can put those hands down to heart center. You can keep them lifted. Choice is yours. Let's take some pulses here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come up on the toes maybe, seeing how that feels. Feeling the shake, inviting the shake. Inhale, star. Twinkle the fingers. Bring them parallel. Shift the hips, coming in, triangle on the left. Gaze can be towards that right hand. Framing this foot, pyramid pose. Coming around, low lunge on this left side. If you want to take high lunge, you could take high lunge here instead. Coming around for Skandasana on this left side, so tuck those right toes, spin it around. Come over right side Skandasana. Let's do that again. Left side Skandasana. Right side Skandasana. Beautiful. Frame this foot, coming around for our low lunge. Arms up and overhead. You can do high lunge here if that feels better for you. Frame this foot, tuck the back toes, step it up, pyramid pose. Coming around for our triangle here. Gaze can be towards that left hand. Inhale, we rise up. Coming in through our star. Twinkle the fingers. Why do I want to keep saying twinkle the toes? Back into our goddess. Whoo, yes. Pulse here if those legs aren't feeling froggy enough. We got this. We got this. We got this. Maybe playing with the toes again. This is our last round, so we're having some fun. Beautiful. Bring the hands to the mat. Come in yogi squat. Whew, using the elbows to push against those knees. Chest lifts. We're not done yet. We still got our core work to do. And our core assignment for every day this week is going to be our bicycles. Next week's going to be fun, I promise. So, bringing the booty to the mat. If you like to rock and roll, go ahead. Rock and roll with me now. Give your spine a little massage. Allow the playfulness to come out. Feeling your inner child, maybe rocking right to left here. Just feeling in to that low back. We did some good work on it yesterday, or the day before. Let's say yesterday. Okay, so bicycles. We're tucking our hands behind our head. You can interlace them or not. Choice is yours. And then we're just bringing opposite knee to opposite elbow. We're just going to do 20 times, having the feet or the legs parallel like this, and the upper body engaged is how I would like us to be. And when we're ready, let's go for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, one more, 20. Beautiful. Big hug of the knees, maybe taking some roll or some circles with the hip joints here. Going one way, reversing the circle, going the other way. Oh, yes. And we're going to rock up. We're going to come into a seat. If you would like to take Shavasana, be my guest. Don't skip it if you want it. Otherwise, we're just going to come here. We're going to do some 4-part breath work, box breathing. I love to teach these things because it is a way to decrease anxiety and stress levels in the body. And stress is no good. Anxiety is not good. It doesn't do good things for us mentally or physically. And so the box breathing is one of my favorites when I'm out and I'm feeling stressed because we got 4 fingers. It's real easy to keep track We inhale for 4, we hold for 4, we exhale for 4, we hold that for 4, and then we inhale and we continue around this box. Doing this count of 4. You can do counts of 5, counts of 8, but we start with counts of 4 because we never know where we are on our pranayama journey. So let's just go ahead and take an inhale to cleanse us out. So inhale, and let's sigh it out. And let's inhale for 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. 1, 2, 3, 4. And exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. 1, 2, 3, 4. Allow the breath to come back. Maybe saying thank you here, sending yourself some appreciation. And bring your hands to heart center. The light in me honors and acknowledges that bright light shining within you. Namaste. Oh, my friend, I hope our legs are not sore for 4 days this time. I hope this was a good balance between stretch and flex. Please do comment and let me know how you liked this and what are you thinking about this challenge? Should I do more of these or do you just like my normal yoga? I would love to hear from you and hear your thoughts. Thank you so much for joining me, and I look forward to seeing you back on the mat tomorrow.